Hi, my name is John Huynh. I'm the Director of Social Justice at the Diocese of Des Moines and Catholic Charities. In terms of suffering, we don't want to be seduced by the idea of suffering. Suffering in and of itself isn't good, just like poverty in and of itself isn't good. What we want to see is what kind of good can that suffering bring about? Because we suffer, we can understand deeply how Jesus suffers in pouring out of his own divinity to take on the form of as St. Paul calls it, the form of a slave to die for us. And so because we suffer, we can understand Jesus' suffering better. In suffering for others with Jesus, we see the value in suffering for love, because I may give of myself or take on something for myself that will not be the most comfortable or the most great thing for me, but it's good for the one that I love. That draws us closer, right, to those whom we suffer for and to God our Father who suffers for us. Some folks just want an ear to listen to them. Some folks just want to have a human contact. Some of our brothers and sisters just need presence. I can sit on a bus with 20 other people and I'm with them, but I'm not quite with them. I can be on the same bus with my wife, but being with her in that moment there is different than me being with that other 20 people. So being with someone, sharing your love for that person, connecting through the human experience, that's one way to ease other people's suffering. Another way to do it, of course, is to help, whether that be giving in donation of our money or of our time or of the goods that we have. To see that the things that I may have, that I may not need or don't use, can be used by others is an extremely valuable gift that we can give to other people and to ease some of that suffering in the world. Lent calls us towards repentance, towards almsgiving, and towards prayer. It calls us, in some sense, to abandon the things that we're normally used to. When we abandon those things that we are normally so comfortable with, there's a level of suffering that comes with that. But in doing so, it builds us up. It's good for us. And so suffering to Lent is not necessarily always kind of this physical suffering. It could also be sort of this emotional and spiritual suffering where we're giving up something or we're taking on something that is really better for us. And that's how I see Lenten suffering, is that we're taking on new things that are good for us or abandoning things that are bad for us so that we can be better. But in that, there'll be some suffering involved.